Once upon a time, in the quiet suburban town of Cranford, New Jersey, lived the Thompson family. Dad, Mark, Mom, Sarah, teenage daughter, Emily, and little brother, Ben. They decided it was time for a much-needed vacation to sunny Florida. While strolling along a remote beach one afternoon, Mark spotted something unusual half buried in the sand near some rocks. Curious, he picked up an old beach bag someone had left behind and, without thinking much of it, scooped up a large, hairy tarantula that was sunning itself nearby. "Hey, the kids'll think this is cool," he laughed, sealing the bag loosely with a towel and tossing it into their rental car. Back home in New Jersey, Mark forgot all about the beach bag. He tossed it into the back of the hallway closet and went on with life. Days passed, then weeks. One night, the family heard strange rustling sounds coming from the closet. Emily opened the door and saw nothing but the old beach bag tipped over, with a few strands of thick white silk dangling from the shelves. She shrugged it off. Then the disappearances began. First, little Ben vanished after playing hide-and-seek. His favorite toy truck was found near the attic stairs, covered in sticky webbing. Next went Emily. She had gone upstairs to get a sweater and never came down. Sarah found her phone on the hallway floor, wrapped in a cocoon of silk. Mark searched frantically. Sarah called the police, but they found no signs of forced entry. The house just felt heavier, quieter. Finally, one stormy evening, Mark and Sarah climbed into the attic together, flashlights trembling in their hands. What they discovered made them scream. There, suspended from the rafters like grotesque chandeliers, were Ben and Emily, fully encased in thick, shimmering spider webs, alive but unconscious, their bodies wrapped tight. Sarah fainted. Mark nearly did too. But the real horror was in the corner. The tarantula had grown. No longer the palm-sized creature from the beach, it was now the size of a large dog, its hairy legs thick as broomsticks, its fangs glistening in the dim light. It clicked menacingly, too big, too fast, and far too strong for any normal person to fight. The family fled the house and called every exterminator in the state. None would come near it. That's when they heard about Tom Flash. Tom Flash was no ordinary exterminator. He was a traveling clown who performed at children's parties across New Jersey and New York. He wore baggy polka-dot pants, a bright red nose, and a tall black top hat that seemed bottomless. People said the hat was filled with tricks, not just balloon animals and squirting flowers, but strange gadgets and gizmos that could handle anything from escaped circus animals to, well, giant spiders, apparently. When Tom arrived at the Thompson house, he tipped his hat with a theatrical bow. "Never fear, folks, Tom Flash is here. One giant tarantula? Pooh, I've handled worse at birthday parties." He marched straight up to the attic, whistling a cheerful circus tune. The enormous tarantula reared up, fangs dripping. Tom just grinned. From his black top hat, he first pulled a long, colorful rope of knotted handkerchiefs. With a flick of his wrist, he lassoed two of the tarantula's front legs, yanking it off balance. The spider hissed and lunged. Next came the squirting flower, except this one wasn't water. It sprayed a powerful, sticky foam that hardened instantly on contact, gluing 3 more legs to the attic floor. The tarantula thrashed wildly. Tom laughed. "Who's the big bad bug now?" and reached into the hat one final time. Out came a comically oversized fly swatter, but this one was reinforced with metal and wired with a high-voltage zapper. With a dramatic spin and a hunk of his clown nose, Tom swung it like a baseball bat. Zap! The giant tarantula shuddered, twitched, and collapsed in a heap. The family cheered weakly from the doorway. But Tom wasn't done. He dragged the defeated spider downstairs, cleaned it, and, with the help of the local butcher, prepared it into a feast. That night, he invited the entire town to a big barbecue in the park. "Fresh Florida tarantula," he announced, serving up crispy, seasoned legs and juicy spider meat sliders. "Tastes like a mix of crab and chicken, folks, protein-packed and zero carbs." At first, people were hesitant. Then one brave kid tried a bite, and another. Soon the whole town was chowing down, laughing, and telling stories. From that day on, Tom Flash was no longer just the party clown. He became known far and wide as Tom Flash the Tarantula Man. Whenever anyone in New Jersey had a pest problem, especially the 8-legged kind, they'd call for the man in the black top hat. He'd show up with his tricks, his grin, and his legendary appetite for turning nightmares into dinner. And the Thompson family? They never brought home beach souvenirs again.